Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So for today's video, I kind of wanted to stretch a little bit of my journalistic bone in my body and kind of update you guys on a lot of new products that are out in Sephora right now, and particularly what products I would recommend for the upcoming VIB sale. I believe, if I have the dates correct, it is April 13th through the 16th, as well as April 20th through the 23rd. You guys can go and everything is 15% off. I will leave a link to all the information for the sale in the down bar below. But I want to share with you guys a couple products that I personally would recommend, what I think it's worth picking up, and what you should spend your moolah on. Also, I would love for you guys to comment down below what products you really want to pick up in the sale. I would love to know, so maybe I can add to my shopping list. And while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Also hit the notification bell so you're notified when I do upload. I am trying to upload twice a week. So with that being said, if you guys are excited to see what I have to recommend, then let's go ahead and dive right on in. That rhymed. Alrighty, I'm gonna start off with skincare because I think that the Sephora VIB sale is a prime time to purchase any skincare you've been wanting, specifically because you don't get that sale very often. You don't get that little percentage off very often, so I always have to take advantage of it. And a couple of new releases have came out that have really caught my eye and I have been loving. One of them being the Drunk Elephant C-Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream. Now, I am somebody who is really sensitive to vitamin C and citric acid in their skincare regimen, depending on the percentage of the acid that is in it. That being said, I really was nervous to try the C-Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream, but I actually really love this stuff a lot. It does a great job at really firming and brightening the skin. It is formulated with 5 forms of vitamin C and 8 peptides to really help firm and brighten the tender skin around your eyes. I like to say is basically if C Firma and Protini basically had a love child together, because you're going to get the best of both worlds in this little product. It also is formulated with some cucumber in it as well to help soothe that eye area as well, to prevent any irritation along the way. And it also contains antioxidants to help prevent any further damage. So I think if you're struggling with dark circles or any puffiness, especially with spring around the corner and all the allergies starting to kick in, I definitely think that C-Tango will be a perfect eye cream for you, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Next up, I have a pretty pricey little serum. It is the Dior Capture Youth Plump Filler Serum. I am someone who will pay that pretty penny when it comes to skincare. If your skin doesn't look good, then your makeup ain't gonna look that great either, honey. So this is a $95 price tag for a hyaluronic acid serum, but I love it because I immediately see results. I have tried a cornucopia, if you will, of hyaluronic serums, and I don't see results that quickly from it. It takes a pretty good while for me to see results, for me to see any plumping going on within my skin, and I feel like I have to buy almost like a second jar of it to just start seeing results from it, and I feel like I'm just throwing away money. Whereas with this little baby, I've only had it for a couple weeks now, and I have seen such a dramatic increase in hydration and elasticity in my skin. After only a couple weeks of using this, my skin feels noticeably more hydrated. I don't feel like my skin is very dehydrated. I don't get any pulling or tightening sensation on my skin after I immediately cleanse it. I use this morning and night and only go in with about less than a dime size amount of this product, and I can immediately see a difference and feel a change in the hydration levels in my skin. It is formulated with hyaluronic acid, like I said, and the molecules have different molecular weights to help rehydrate the skin and to help restore the skin's plumpness back to its more youthful appearance. So I think if you are looking for a serum that not only is going to rehydrate your skin, it's also going to have those anti-aging benefits in it as well. I think this is a great age delaying serum to reach for. Next up, I have a hair care product, and this is the Ouai Volume Spray. I am such a huge fan of Ouai products because I love the fragrances that a lot of their products have, but I also love the lightweightness and the texture that a lot of their products provide. This volume spray is the tits for that soft volume without the frizz. If you have frizzy hair like I naturally do, you are usually terrified of volume because you don't want your hair looking too poofy, and so this is really great if you want that lived-in look, if you want that soft volume in your hair but you don't want the frizz that comes with it. You can also use this on damp and dry hair, which is what I personally love. I will use it on my damp hair when I'm blow drying it just to give that extra volume to my hair as I brush it out, and then I also use it on dry hair when I'm like on that day 3 hair. I'm going with that shampoo, I feel like my hair is just looking really weighed down. I will just take a little bit of this and spritz it in away from the root and kind of just work it in. And automatically you get a nice scent added to your hair and it automatically looks refreshed. It really gives you that nice clean look on 3-day hair, which is something that I am always striving for because let's face it, red washes out really quickly, so I'm trying to prolong this color as much as I can without looking too greasy and too oily. The main thing I love about it is that you don't get that powdery feel out of it either. I find that a lot of volume products are really powdery. They have that gritty feel to it. So at the end of the day, you just feel like you have a ton of product in your hair. But since this is a clear spray, you don't get that feeling whatsoever. It feels clean in your hair. You don't feel like you immediately need to wash it out. It's good to go. And like I said, you get a nice scent out of it as well. Alright, so moving on to makeup. The stuff that you really came for here. The first thing that I have to mention is obviously the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I recently got this and I am absolutely in love with it. Are we shocked here? Probably not. This is a warm neutral palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's her third permanent palette and it is just a beaut. Can you just, it's beautiful. It's everything that I have ever wanted in a palette, essentially. So if you're like me and you love warm neutrals and you have probably 1,000, I definitely recommend picking this one up. Even if you have a ton of warm neutrals, this is definitely a palette I'd still recommend picking up because the formula is just that amazing. If you were a fan of the Modern Renaissance palette, you're gonna love the formula of this palette. They're exactly the same. You don't have to worry about, you know, if you did not like Subculture, you don't have to worry about it. This is just like Modern Renaissance. You do get some kick up with it like you do in Subculture, but not by any means as badly, and they blend out with such an ease. I really had to put in such minimal effort with these shadows. They really do blend themselves, which is one reason why I'm such a fan of Anastasia palettes. But most importantly, what I really love is the range of colors you get in here. Yes, she has some of her permanent single shadows involved in here, which I personally am a fan of because if I was to hit pan on one of these shadows, I can go out and repurchase a single pan of it without having to worry about repurchasing a brand new palette just for that one shade. So I really do love all the shades that are in here. You have some repeats from her Modern Renaissance palette like Dusty Rose, Tempera, Cypress Umber, but then you also have brand new shades in here like Sultry, Bronze, Mulberry, all these iconic shades that I think really do round out this palette very well. You can get a nice neutral daytime look, you can get a nice soft glam look like the palette's name, or you can get a really rusty midnight kind of smoky eye out of it, which I personally am a huge fan of myself. You get a lot more glitter shades in this palette than you do in comparison to Modern Renaissance. They are a lot more pigmented as well, so you will get that high shine out of them. Highly recommend picking up this palette if you are a neutrals fan, or if you want an introduction to Anastasia shadows and you weren't a fan of Modern Renaissance, some of those bright colors scared you, I think that this palette will be just right up your alley. So one product that I quickly just want to mention, get out there, because I feel like I have talked about it nonstop in my last 2 videos, but it's that amazing. It really is the tits, I swear. It's the Hourglass Arch Brow Fiber Gel, and I just really love this volumizing fiber gel because it's nothing like anything else that's on the market. It beats every single brow gel that is out there on the market right now. It's better than Gimme Brow, it's better than Glossier Boy Brow, any of them, and I definitely think it's worth purchasing it during the 15% off sale since it does have a heavier price tag than something like Gimme Brow, but it's definitely worth it. Talked about this brow gel quite frequently, so I will definitely leave a link in the description box down below and up here on the cards as well for you to go check out one of my previous videos so you can learn a bit more about it. But like I said before, it really gives you a nice bushy brow effect. You can really get a lot of volume up in those brows, get nice added fibers to them while also having a wide shade range. That's the one thing I don't like about Gimme Brow is the very small shade range it has, whereas this one, it has a shade for every single hair types, even gingers. I also love that I can wear this alone by itself, or I can wear it on top of something like my Brow Wiz or my Dip Brow, and it still gives that added volume effect and doesn't make my brows look so drawn on. It also stays all day, and I don't feel like my brows are very harsh and very like cemented to my face either. So I definitely recommend checking this out if you're wanting a more natural brow look or if you wanted to add a new clear brow gel to your collection. So moving on, I feel like there's been a lot of concealers releasing recently. I don't know why that's a thing, but I feel like so many brands have came up with so many concealers lately, and I've been trying to test most of them out, and one that I have just absolutely fallen in love with as my everyday concealer has became the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. Like I said, I've been using this almost every single day with very lightweight foundations to very full coverage foundations. And what I like most about it is how creamy it is in texture. It kind of reminds me of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It doesn't set down like the Tarte Shape Tape does, which I actually love because I feel like I can work this into my skin well. It's not going to cause any creases underneath my eyes. And I can use it on the rest of my face too with any foundation that I'm wearing. I find that with Shape Tape, even though it is just probably about the same as full coverage as the Milk one, I can't wear that one with my more lighter weight foundations because it does dry matte. Whereas this one, it has full coverage, but since it is so creamy, I can wear it with my tinted moisturizers, or I can opt to wear it with my fuller coverage foundations as well. It doesn't feel heavy, you get amazing coverage out of it, and I love the packaging of Milk. I just love how everything is designed, and it's very much on the go. So I definitely recommend going and checking this out if you have a chance to, and really get a chance to feel it on the back of your hand, because trust me, it feels absolutely amazing. I definitely think you guys will love it. So I quickly want to talk about foundations because I find that with skincare and palettes that the VIB sale is a great opportunity to purchase a foundation you've been wanting to try out for a long time, or that eyeshadow palette you've been wanting to try out, because you never get that 15% off that very much. So one of my favorite foundations that I definitely think is worth taking a chance on during the VIB sale is the YSL All Hours Foundation. You've heard me talk about this foundation non-stop on my channel because it really is my holy grail, ride or die, till death do us part foundation. And the reason is because I get the best longevity out of this foundation than I ever have any foundation in my collection. And I have a ton. I have super oily bacon grease skin. You could literally take a piece of ham and fry it on my face at the end of the day with how much grease I have. And I find that this foundation does not cause any excess oil, and it doesn't break up after long periods of time either. I can go 10 hours even with this foundation on and it still looks like I just put it on, which I will take over any foundation any day. Not only does it do that, but it also blurs my pores. It gives me that full coverage look without feeling too heavy, and also has that demi matte finish that I love. It's not too matte where I feel like it looks really cakey, but it has that soft demi matte that it's going to look like your skin just airbrushed and perfected. I don't want to go on too much longer about this foundation because I'll start to feel like a broken record with how much I talk about it, but if you haven't tried it out, get into that Sephora right now. Go try it out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed whatsoever. So one thing that I always like to purchase during a VIB sale is mascara, because I hate like shelling out like that $25 for a mascara, because it's like I could just go to the drugstore and get one. But then I'm like, oh, 15% off. This is a great time. It's a really great time to pick up those little things that you know you need but you don't want to spend the money on. This is a great time to get it because you're going to get that extra discount. So the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara is definitely something I will be repurchasing because I am in love with this mascara. I am somebody who loves a lot of volume in their lashes, and I also like a lot of length, but I hate when mascaras clump on me. Some people love the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and if that works for them, then all power to you. But on me, that stuff just clumps so much. So if you're like me, you don't like how mascaras get really clumpy when they're that volumizing, this is going to be one of the best mascaras to reach for, and it now comes in a waterproof version as well, which I will definitely be getting. I also love the brush on it because it's not, if you have really small eyes, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara wand can just be so big, and it can cause you to get mascara on your eyelids and just ruin your entire makeup. Whereas this one, the wand isn't that big. It really gets right in into the lashes, does a nice tight lining with them, and I don't feel like I'm going to get mascara all over my face. So last but certainly not least, all I have left to talk about are some amazing lip products that you need to try out. So one of the first ones being the brand new Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses. I had the shade Bat Talk, and let me tell you, I was unbelievably thrilled when Urban Decay finally came back out with lip glosses. I used to have their Revolution lip glosses. I still have a couple, and I was obsessed with them. They were the best lip gloss formula I had ever came around, and I stopped wearing lip glosses after they discontinued them because no other lip gloss was as good. They were all sticky, and so when Urban Decay finally decided to come back out with the Hi-Fi Shine ones, your girl was all on top of it, and let me tell you, I'm going to be picking up more shades around this sale. You don't get any stickiness with it. It's not going to separate on your lips. They're super creamy. You get a nice pigmentation out of them, and you get an amazing range of colors. You have your basic neutrals that everybody's going to love, but they also have some brand new wild colors that I definitely have my eyes on, Candy Flip being one of them. It's iridescent glowiness. I am absolutely in love with it, and I definitely want to pick that one up for sure. Back Talk is a beautiful pinky nude, and it gets a high pigmentation, but it also has such a high shine in it as well, but without feeling sticky or clumpy on the lips either. Next up are a product that I have talked about probably non-stop on my channel, and that's the VIB lip liners. This is another product that I feel like a broken record when I talk about because these are the tits. That's really it. I love them so much that I will wear them just as a lipstick sometimes because they're that creamy on the lips. They're not drying at all. Nonetheless, they have a great color range as well too, so you're not going to have problem finding a shade that's going to match your lips or your lipstick either. Right now I have the shade 20 on underneath the Urban Decay Fuel lipstick. I really love these, like I said many times before, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about them. They're the tits. That's all you need to know. Go check them out. So we talked about lip gloss, we talked about lip pencils, but if you are looking for a perfect liquid lipstick to be wearing to all those festivals this summer that you know is going to stay on all day, you're not going to sit and worry about touching up throughout the day because you ain't going to have time to be doing it, I definitely would recommend going and checking out the new NARS Powermatte lip pigments. These are a water-based liquid lipsticks, and let me tell you, I am obsessed with the formula of these because they are so creamy. They definitely feel like water on the lids, but they glide on with such ease. They don't dry out your lips at all, and I don't feel like they're gonna crack and flake off my lips. I can barely feel that they're on my lips, and they don't transfer either, which is what I absolutely love the most. Sometimes I feel like when I wear very watery, very thin consistency type of liquid lipsticks that they transfer really easily, but I don't ever have that problem with these ones. So I definitely recommend checking these out if you're wanting something that's gonna give you that matte lip, but stay on for a really long time and not feel heavy and that gets cracking all over your lips, and your lips are looking like the Sahara Desert by the end of the day while you're in the desert. And then last but not least, I have a semi-nude lipstick from Dior. It is the Dior Lip Glow Color Riviere Balm. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I took French all through college and I should know how to pronounce it, but I don't. This is in the shade Hollow Purple. It's one of their new colors to their Dior Lip Balm collection, but it has a little bit of micro shimmer in it as well, and they also have a nice range of colors from pink, coral, lilac, so on and so forth. So if you really want a nice hydrating lip balm that's going to also be a nice color to personally match you for the summer and spring, this is going to be a great line to reach for. I get that nice bright wash of color in a sheer formula, and they're also really hydrating on the lips as well. I really feel comfortable reaching for this as a lip balm sometimes during the day because it really is going to add that extra hydration to my lips. So I definitely recommend going and check this out if you are on that sheer lipstick trend but you're not sure what kind of color would match your skin perfectly. Go and check these out because I guarantee you, you're not going to have a miss. And that is everything from me, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your picks are for the VIB sale. I would love to know and add some to my shopping cart. And while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Also hit that notification bell so you are notified when I do upload. All my social media links are going to be located right up here, so make sure you guys head on over, check them out, and say hey. I'm really wanting to hear from you guys and know your opinion on what videos you're wanting to see from me lately. So hit me up on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all the above. Let me know what you want to see and I will gladly write it down and get onto it for you guys. So hit me up on all my social media channels. Let me know what you guys want to see. That about does it for me today, guys, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye!